What is the Office of the Privacy Commissioner and what can they do for me?
The Office of the Victorian Privacy Commissioner is an independent statutory agency similar to the Ombudsman that regulates the Victorian public sector. So we're talking about Victorian government organisations, the departments like the Department of Education, the Department of Human Services, the Department of Health. It regulates local councils or government organisations such as the Victoria Police and any organisation established by Victorian government law. It sometimes regulates private organisations if they're contracted to provide services to the Victorian government. What that means is that any personal information held by a Victorian government agency or an organisation covered by the law has to meet certain standards contained in the information privacy principles. Those standards look after the collection of information, the way that information needs to be stored, who can see the information, how that information can be used and disclosed, and what has to happen to that information once it's no longer needed. The most important right that the Information Privacy Act gives people is the right to know what an organisation is going to do with their personal information, and also to see their file if they need to see their file. The Commissioner's functions include making sure that the Victorian government agencies know what their responsibilities are under the Act, and making sure that the Victorian community are aware of their rights under the Information Privacy Act. And a very important role that the office plays is managing complaints and inquiries from the public if they've got a privacy problem.
For more information, visit the Youth Disability Rights Hub at www.youthdisabilityrights.org.au.